That is where the law becomes self-enforcing, because no court will entertain that dispute. The court will say, oh, we will not help the landlord enforce an illegal contract. And we say, we will not help a tenant. Indeed, no rights can accrue for a tenant under an illegal contract. That's where the law works. Of course, we are mindful of the limitations of supply and demand, but that was the first step to take, to protect our citizens first. And that's why when I was launching the Lagos Road, I said it was an intervention out of compassion. That was the law. The obligatory necessity is now to build houses, which we have started delivering. And these things don't stand in a void. There is a sequence of events that encompass the totality of our policy makeup. Now, there's something in the law also, for those who say it's not working, I don't know why. There's something in the law also that says that you cannot pay for an agent that you did not employ. Before, the landlord's agent who did not help you find a house charges you and you pay, you can say no to that. And in not a few instances, some people have told me that their landlord is now accepting 1 year's rent. The reason also is that at the end of the day, the landlord himself loses. All of us lose. Because if I earn money monthly and you tell me to go and bring it in advance, I earn money monthly in arrears, and you tell me to go and bring it for 2 years in advance, I have cheated the system somewhere. That's the real truth. It may not be apparent now. The landlord himself will bear that the cost of my cheating somewhere down the line. So everybody must now put his cards on the table and let us deal afresh that this is not right. And of course, the law does not apply across Lagos. There are places where the law is exempt, like corporations that need to let properties for like expatriate staff, or is really a class of tenancies that are protected thereby. And in some of those places where government also, and this is the interesting thing, government also rents properties. And some of those places where they brought me and said, no, agency, we didn't take the agency, I won't approve this, remove it. And I said, no, this is an affected area, no, it's 1 year, tell the landlord to take his property, we will move out. In many instances, they have said, okay, if that's what the government wants, we agree. So it's people to now claim their rights. Laws are more or less inactive instruments. You activate them by conduct.
Your Excellency, the national conference is coming up next week. Do you think the conference will generate or deepen the divisions you already have in the country?
I hope not. I hope it doesn't. But my views on this matter have already been very well publicized. And the question I ask is there anybody that the members of the conference are going to talk to that the members of the National Assembly have not spoken to when they did there? So the question is, for me, for those who are there, if they really mean well for this country, they should advise the president honestly that there was a conference in 2006. By many standards, consensus was reached on some issues. Nation building is an ongoing exercise, and let's go back from there. Those things that have been agreed, why don't we first implement them? Those things that are a little contentious today, can we solve them by consensus? If not, can they wait? And let's see the value of what we have agreed upon. Then, the idea that 75% vote is enough to carry the decision in the conference is self-defeating, because it licenses the will of the majority against the vulnerable minority, which are some of the inherent issues that have provoked the idea and the debate about a conference in the first place, or about the need for a reappraisal. That look, yes, we are small, but our voices need to be heard. And if this conference is going on and saying, well, once the majority have decided, the minority can shut up, then you run yourself into a cul-de-sac. And that's why for me I've said things that have been agreed by consensus are more sensible to take forward. Because the underlying principles behind all of this before was that we are being marginalized, we are being oppressed. And you are now saying, go to a conference, 175% of you have agreed, shut down this person.
That's already going on now in the papers everywhere.
So